So, what would you say your daily routine is?
Well, I will say what it is, but I would describe it as totally unpredictable. When I wake up and or open my eyes, my first thought goes to what is my number going to be? Since I'm not taking medication, I have to be prepared to try to decide what am I going to do if it's high. And why is it high? What did I do last night? What did I do yesterday? What did I do in the afternoon? What did I do yesterday that was different than the day before? Are the numbers from the day before and 2 days ago closer than they are going to be to today? All these thoughts start running through your head of really unpredictable chaos.
It's just a constant.
It's a constant juggling act,
Definitely.
at least for now.
Yeah.
And I also thought by the time I lost this much weight, which has been 40 pounds.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I thought the numbers would be more consistent, and they are during the day. Those numbers are great. What bothers me is I am so close to what I thought would be the weight where my goal, all my goals, they want you to monitor your blood sugar after you haven't eaten for 8 to 10 hours, which would be normally your sleeping cycle. And then they want you to monitor your blood sugar after you see what that number is and you eat. They want you to monitor your blood sugar again or take your blood sugar and see what it is then. Then you have to start to orchestrate when your next meal is going to be and what your blood sugar might likely be then. So my thought is constantly of trying to stay ahead of whatever this imaginary number is going to be. Sometimes I think my number is going to be around 95. A good number is somewhere under 100 when you wake up or you haven't eaten for 10 hours or so, 8 to 10 hours. So I'm thinking it's going to be 95. It's staring back at me and it says 117 or 116. For me, that's high. And I'm thinking, what do I do now? Do I eat? Do I not eat? Do I try to grab some exercise real quick? Do I rearrange scheduling so that I can try to do something about this? Is this something that's just for today? Or is this going to be 3 or 4 days in a row? Is this, do I try to head it off now or just live with it today? Anyway, I mean, these thoughts just go on and on and on and on. So then, assuming that it's somewhere within a grasp that you're not really gonna, you make some sort of a change, but you may not make a panic type change and just say, well, I won't eat again until the done, and then you check again. You check it in an hour. Sometimes you think, well, maybe I'm just dehydrated. So you take some water, you wait for that to start to process, and then you take your number again. Sometimes it'll go down. So yeah, it's constantly trying to second guess what's going on. But the day usually is the customary day usually centered around those issues of which hoops am I going to jump through, how, and sometimes you wonder, well, maybe it's because I'm catching a cold. If you're catching a cold, your numbers go up. Sometimes if you exercise too much the day before, I found out your numbers go up.
There's little room for
total. I guess the word I'm looking for is process of elimination, checks and balances, process of trial and error. That's my routine. That's what my day is like.
Got it. All right. Since you said that earlier you don't take insulin currently, what would you do in that situation where you say your blood sugar would be really high? What would you do in that situation?
You mean because I'm not on insulin?
Yes.
Where most people take insulin? That's a good question. I think the number one thing I would do, and this sounds really crazy, well, if there was enough time, I would start doing a very, very high aerobic exercise, even in the bedroom or inside the house. Or I bought a stationary bike stand where I could just like go outside in the backyard and pedal the bike for 15 minutes if there was enough time to allow. And that sounds crazy, to the average person. But I know that once I try to burn up some of that sugar, I should get a lower reading.